Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, let's talk about a freshly released movie, Ron Howard's Eden, 2024. This film is adapted from the real events in the 1930s on the Galapagos Islands, that famous Galapagos affair. Super bizarre. Imagine a bunch of Germans trying to escape modern society and build a utopia on a deserted island, but it turns into a mess of jealousy, betrayal, and murder. The plot sounds like a suspense novel, but it's all real. The movie stars big names like Jude Law, Ana de Armas, Sydney Sweeney, and Vanessa Kirby. On the surface, it's a tropical adventure, but deep down, it's digging into how human nature destroys paradise. I'll first dig into the historical background, then analyze the film's performance, chat about the adaptation highlights and flaws, and finally give you my recommendation. Ready? Let's go. First, let's break down the origins of this event starting from 1929. German Dr. Friedrich Ritter, a die-hard Nietzsche fan, was super unhappy with the decay of modern society. He dragged his lover Dore Strauch to Floriana Island in the Galapagos to build a pure new world. Dore was his patient with multiple sclerosis, and she dumped her husband to follow in. Thoughtful. How extreme was Ritter? He pulled out all his teeth in advance and replaced them with stainless steel dentures, just in case of toothaches on the island. Too hardcore, right? But their Eden was actually a volcanic wasteland. Short on water and food, they almost starved to death. Luckily, passing ships like American tycoon Alan Hancock's fleet gave them supplies to survive. Ritter's contradiction is here. He wanted total isolation from the world, but he craved recognition so much. Thoughtful. He wrote letters and articles documenting life, which ships took back to Europe and got published in newspapers. Boom. Overnight fame as the Adam and Eve of the Galapagos. The media's romanticized hype basically gave their paradise a global ad, attracting more people and ruining their peace. This tragedy was Ritter's own doing, chasing that aloof superiority while needing public approval. Annoyed. From the moment he started writing, Eden was doomed to collapse. In 1931-1932, the Whitmer family arrived. World War I veteran Heinz, his pregnant wife Margaret, and their frail son Harry. They were dodging the economic and political chaos in Germany's Weimar Republic, plus hoping the tropics would help Harry's health. Super practical, like a Robinson Crusoe family. Then, in late 1932, the main drama kicked in. The self-proclaimed Baroness Eloise von Wagner-Bosquet. She brought two German lovers, Robert Philipson and Rudolf Lorenz, plus an Ecuadorian servant. The Baroness was flashy and manipulative, always with a pistol and whip, dressing sexy to greet ships, and announcing she'd build a luxury hotel, Hacienda Paradiso, on the island. Once she arrived, the island's balance went haywire. Resource grabs, stolen mail, all sorts of personal grudges, tensions skyrocketing. In 1934, the situation totally imploded. Internal fights in the Baroness's camp exploded first. Philipson favored abusing Lorenz, who ran to the Whitmers for help. On March 27th, the Baroness and Philipson suddenly vanished, bodies still not found. In July, Lorenz hitched a ride on Norwegian fisherman Trygve Nugerud's boat to escape. But they went missing too. Months later, their mummified bodies were found on remote Marchena Island, way off course. In November, Ritter died from food poisoning after eating spoiled chicken. But he was a hardcore vegetarian. This death is way too suspicious. The island went from social experiment to unsolved crime scene. The core of this legend is two memoirs that contradict each other. Dore Strauch's Satan Came to Eden, 1936, written after she returned to Germany, calls the Baroness Satan. She said she heard a long scream on the disappearance night, thinking Lorenz killed them and the Whitmers covered it up. Ritter's death she described vaguely, even though she was there. Margaret Wittmer's Floriana, 1961, out decades later, is totally different. She said the Baroness told her she'd sailed to Tahiti on a friend's yacht. Key point, she claimed Ritter's dying words were, "I curse you with my last breath," at Dorr, implying Dorr poisoned him. These two selfish narratives are like Rashomon, truth totally gone. Margaret lived on the island until 2000, and her family still runs a hotel there, adding tons of mystery. Now, onto the movie. Eden is shot as a thriller, but director Ron Howard usually does warm, inspirational stuff like A Beautiful Mind, so handling this malicious, twisted, violent story feels a bit off. The tone swings around. One moment farce, next satire, then suspense. No unified style. Some parts are cartoonish, lacking psychological horror depth. But visually, it's awesome. The cinematographer shot the island as a brutal hell, not a postcard paradise. Hans Zimmer's score builds unease, layer by layer. Super bonus. The actors are the highlight. Jude Law as Ritter is all in, nailing the narcissistic tyrant. From philosopher crumbling into furious violence machine, he's the film's pillar. Ana de Armas as the Baroness is like a beautiful and dangerous lightning bolt. Her performance wicked and captivating, injecting energy but a bit over the top like a Disney villain. Sydney Sweeney as Margaret goes from timid pregnant woman to tough pioneer. That wild dog surrounding her solo birth scene, based on real events, impact maxed. But her German accent isn't spot on. Modern vibe a bit out of place. Vanessa Kirby as Doré is charming in the first half, but marginalized later. Such a waste. The script is like an adult Lord of the Flies, digging how paradise turns hell because of others, but pacing issues. Climax at 3/4, rest like aftermath. Ending anticlimactic. Themes on survival of the fittest and utopian failure, but not deep enough. Ritter's philosophy reduced to random rants. No heavy punch for the audience. The film's boldest move is adapting the unsolved case with a clear, violent ending. The team speculatively reconstructed it. In the movie, the final provocation, goading Heinz to shoot Doré's beloved donkey, explodes. Ritter and Heinz gun down the Baroness and co., dump bodies in the sea. Doré, under Margaret's hint, poisons Ritter with bad chicken. This flips the memoirs, turning the men into killers. Behind it is a survival mode showdown. Ritter's abstract idealism, Baroness's decadent hedonism, Whitmer's practical familism. Only the latter wins. Margaret's cave birth symbolizes primal toughness. The ending has them building the Baroness's dream hotel. Irony overload. In Darwinian struggle, winners aren't the deepest philosopher or flashiest capitalist, but the most adaptable, united family. Comparing history and movie. Doré's book says Lorenz killed. Margaret says no murder. Movie has Ritter and co. do it, motive for survival control. I'll pop a comparison table, history fuzzy, movie definite, drama maxed. In short, Eden isn't perfect, but the star cast and shocking plot make it worth the ticket. Like Darwin meets Hitchcock, reminding us, escaping society is useless, 'cause we are society. Recommend to history thriller fans. 7 out of 10. Excited? If you've seen it, spill in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.